What's up guys, my name is Ace, and welcome to today's episode of COD Ghosts Maps Exposed. In this episode, we're going to be covering the map Tremor. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with the series, what I do is I go over each map and I cover all of the lines of sight, jumps, spots, as well as dynamic map elements in Call of Duty Ghosts. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm saving the best spot for last. So first up, as always, let's cover the domination capture spots. For the A flag, if I expect people to be coming from that area right there, I love to capture right next to the tire of this truck. It gives you a lot of cover and you're really hard to shoot here. If you expect enemies to be coming from the other direction, you can capture right behind this little orange barrier right here, or I also like to come up next to these white barrels here. For the B flag, you actually have quite a few options for cover here while you're capturing it. The most obvious one that most people will do is they'll just hug up close to this forklift and all this piled up rubble and everything. And you can get a line of sight on the window if you back off a little bit, or you can just hug up close and force the enemy to come to you. Another option that is a little bit less expected is to capture from behind these pillars here. They offer great cover and you might take an enemy by surprise. Finally, we have the C flag, and if I expect enemies to be coming from that direction over there, I like to hug up close to these stairs here, and that gives you great cover. You're going to win that gunfight almost every time. If they're coming from the other direction though, I like to capture next to this trash can here. If you lie down here, you can actually get a nice line of sight into the doorway as well as the window, and then you can also crouch if you want to challenge people that come around the right side. Okay, so let's start it off at the C flag, and then we'll work our way around the map. So if you're at the C flag and you expect people to be coming through this door here and you're trying to defend, you can come right over here and you get a really nice line of sight to that doorway and you can pick people off as they try to come through there. Now to get into the second story of this building, a lot of people don't seem to know that there's a ladder right here, so you can go up the ladder, or you can choose to just go up the stairs, which I'm sure most of you already know. Moving on to the middle street area, if you want to get a really nice line of sight into that broken wall right there without exposing yourself, you can come back into this window and then look through the rubble there and you get a really nice line of sight there. This is a great spot for search and destroy. Coming from the other direction, if you want to get a line of sight into this window and also this doorway that goes towards the C flag, all you have to do is from way back here, you just hop up onto this little planter thing or whatever it is, and you can look over top of the rubble, and there you go. You get a really nice line of sight right through the window and through the doorway. Also on this street, we're going to have the first dynamic map element that we're going to look at. And this is something we haven't seen before in any Call of Duty. And as you can see, the symbol on the yellow dumpster here means that you can push the dumpster, and you can slide it along this wall. Unfortunately, you can't push it all over the map, it only goes along the wall, but it does help you get up onto that ladder area. Just in case you were curious, you don't actually need that yellow dumpster to be there in order to jump up onto this ladder. You can just straight up jump and then mantle on. So the next dynamic map element on this map is actually this power pole that falls over when the ground shakes. So if you guys have played this map, you'll know that every once in a while you'll get a tremor, so the entire map shakes. When this happens, sometimes this power pole will fall and completely destroy this police car, and if you're in its path, it will kill you as well. So this next spot that I'm going to show you is really useful for blitz because right where I'm standing is pretty much where the blitz point is. So if you want to defend your blitz point and somebody's up on that balcony there, which is a really common spot, you can actually spray right through the windows of this ambulance, and although the glass doesn't break, your bullets do go through, so you will be able to kill them through there. Now for this middle building here, I'm just going to show you the two ways to get on top of it, because some people are only aware of one way. So you can obviously take the stairs like this, and then some of you guys may not have seen this little rope ladder along the backside, so you can also climb that to get up here. So also from on top of this roof, there's actually a little invisible ledge that you may be able to use to your advantage. It's more of just something that I want to show off that I found. I don't really think it's going to be too useful in a game, but I'll show it to you guys anyways. You can drop down on this invisible ledge and you get a line of sight through there and also down in that area. So it might help you, but probably not. Now over by the A flag, I just want to point out that you can jump on top of this vehicle right here, and then you can also jump onto the stairs. So maybe they have an IED right at the bottom of the stairs or something and you want to avoid it. That's just an alternative for you. Now this next spot is designed for a slower game type like search and destroy or search and rescue, but if you want to see if anyone's going to come through here without exposing yourself at all, you can stand right back here and you can see through this little crack between the barrels. This is basically just one of those spots that you use to see an enemy come around the corner, then you can just pop out and take him by surprise, and you'll know he's there, he won't know you're there. Now I know the last few spots that I've shown you haven't been really useful in a lot of situations. This one is very useful though. I use this almost every game. If you expect people to be coming through there, you can hop up on this trash can and you head glitch over top of the shelves right there. It's highly unlikely they're going to see your head through there. Now on the flip side of that, if you expect enemies to be coming through this way, then all you have to do is come back here, hop on top of this white barrel right here, and you can use this blue crate as cover. They often won't look in this area for you. Now getting over to this area by the B flag, there's another yellow dumpster that you can actually push, and you can push this back and forth along this wall, and it basically just helps you advance along this street without being seen. It's maybe a little bit more useful than the other one, but still I don't really see myself using this one too often. Now if you expect the enemies to be coming from over by the C flag area and you're in this area right here, instead of coming around this corner to challenge them, you can actually back off here and hop on top of this orange thing, and there you go, you get a nice line of sight over top of the dumpster. Another option for you in the same situation is you can just hop up on this little half wall thing and you can use the dumpster for cover, and you can also see to the doorway with this. Now in this burnt building right here, a lot of people like to sit right behind this little ledge and basically just wait for people to come in the doorway. I have a great way for taking them out without them even seeing you. So all you have to do is jump on top of this orange thing right here and look through that crack right there above the doorway. And as you can see, you'll be able to see him, he won't be able to see you. And you'll be able to take him out every time. Now another spot over here is you can climb up this ladder here, which I'm sure most of you already know about, and you can get a nice line of sight onto that side street right there, just by looking through the chain link fence and just sort of looking around the tarp. You can see right into that corner, and if you back off a little bit, you can get a little bit of a better line of sight down there. Now another spot just to defend against people that may be coming from the B flag area, you can come up these steps here and just sort of shimmy your way over to the left as much as possible, and you can head glitch over top of this, and you'll pick off anybody that's coming through there. Okay, as I promised, here's the best spot on the map. It's the last spot that I'm going to show you guys. So you can hop on top of this vending machine right here, and look at that. You can shoot through this glass, break the glass, and you can see all the way over to the B flag as well as this entire left street area. And from here you can actually also jump on top of the roof and then up on top of this roof from there. So it's a great spot to know. It's a very useful spot as well, and a lot of people don't know about it yet. So that's all I have for this episode of Call of Duty Ghosts Maps Exposed. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.